Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. Yeah, and we are wearing some desert camouflage, vintage, 90s, the stuff I was issued with. This stuff glows bright pink in the moonlight. And that's why they changed it. Although I and my mob were still issued with this. Pure sniper fodder. Anyway, folks, I'm also wearing the Wallace tartan. Wallace as in not William Wallace. This is the ancient Wallace. William Wallace never wore any tartan because he didn't wear a kilt. And nor did he ever wear Pictish blue and white war paint. Never happened. Looks great in the movie though, it does. And the tartan that he wears is now known as the Braveheart tartan. And it's quite expensive to get hold of, to be honest. I'd love it, but I ain't got it. I've got tartans which are very similar. It's very earthy, very brown, very rustic, very rural. It's gorgeous, you know, but proper like old school tartan, but it wasn't a real tartan. Anyway, so I'm wearing the Wallace. What the hell has that got to do with Halloween? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But, folks, I did a video earlier on today on this very same topic. The new track released from the forthcoming October 15th release date. Let's just get the angle sorted out there. Let's just try and get that right. I'm technically awry at the moment, but then again, after the amount of whiskey I shoved down my neck yesterday, I'm also emotionally, physically and mentally awry as well. That's why I'm drinking tea right now. There's plenty of whiskey over there, and I've already been out with the dog as well, which means 1, 2, 3 pubs as well, and copious whiskies. I did a video on the track released by record label Sacred Bones. October 15th, Halloween Kills, the soundtrack comes out, the film comes out just afterwards. And as I foretold, and as happened with the Halloween 2018 version, when John Carpenter released a couple of tracks in advance of the actual soundtrack release, it was great, and it was a big tease for the movie. It got a taste for what the musical, muscular music and the aggression of the new, trilogy of The Shape on Rampage in Haddonfield. Again, he's forever coming home. Every night he comes home, there's bloodshed, and of course we know that Halloween Kills is the massive massacre entry in this new trilogy. He kills hundreds in this one, apparently. So they dropped an official track from this. I picked it up this morning at 6:30 this morning, and I did a video on it. I played the track 3 times and it got blocked. I discussed the track massively, went in depth on it and gave it loads, and it got blocked worldwide. No appeals, no nothing. There was no comeback. I could not possibly have fought my case, even though Sacred Bones stuff. I'm playing the soundtrack from Halloween 2018 right now. I've played numerous John Carpenter tracks over the years and never had an issue with it, and I couldn't believe that happened. So anyway, but I did a quick test before, and I played the track again, and I recorded it, and it went online, and it was public. No blockage, no nothing. What? How come the same track that didn't work this morning suddenly worked then? Don't get it. But what was weird, I looked on who was blocking it, and the name, which I've now forgotten because I've deleted the video altogether, but the name that came up as being the copyright holder didn't make any sense. It was some kind of like weird. It said media secrecy. What? Who's that? No, the ones who own the copyright are Sacred Bones Records and John Carpenter, his son Cody Carpenter, and Daniel Davis. These are the 3 head honchos now of John Carpenter, worldwide touring rock stars, because they're awesome. Many of you have seen them. I saw them twice on consecutive nights. Liverpool one night, Manchester the next night on their big world tour. They were due out again last year, but of course that pesky pandemic got in the way of things. So anyway, I did a little test. I put that video out before, a little brief one. It's gone. I deleted it, but it went out. It was public. So I'm going to try again now. Who knows? It might work, it might not work. All I'm doing is playing the same piece of music again and discussing it again. I'm getting no money from it. I'm not taking anything away from any artist. I am just promoting a track from a film which many of us are really looking forward to. We've had to wait, all last year. It was due out last October. We've had to wait throughout all of COVID for the film to come out. And I know in America people are going like, already there's talk of, well, it might not come out. I think it will. I think regardless, Blumhouse have said that no matter what happens, it can't be in cinemas. The film is going to come out this year. We'll put it on streaming platforms. So you're going to get Halloween Kills this year. Now, in the UK, I believe the film comes out slightly ahead of the American release. It did with Halloween 2018. And the soundtrack comes out on October 15th, again ahead of the movie itself. So, I did a video on the score got leaked online, and I did a big video on that. So I'm sorry, I discussed all this in the video that got blocked, so it's, forgive me if I'm kind of going like, oh, this is old stuff now. I've been through all this already, and had loads of fun with it, and really thought, oh, people are going to enjoy this video, and it got blocked. So some of the wind has been taken out of my sails, but that score was allegedly leaked online. I did a video on this, and people were trying to play me. Oh, mate, I've got it. I said, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear, if it gets released officially, I'll listen to it. But I don't want to listen to a leaked version. And it's a weird paradox with me, because normally, if someone gave me a copy of the movie Halloween Kills right now, oh yeah, I'd turn this off and start watching it, obviously, and then I'd report back and review it. Of course I would. But weirdly, when it comes to the soundtrack itself, I don't want to hear the soundtrack unless it's officially released. And it is a weird sort of little conundrum, a little paradox that I've got going there. But so I'm happy to play this track, which has been released officially. The leaked online one, I was forced to listen to some tracks, and sure as hell they are not from the finished score for this movie, because they sounded just like the film Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2 from 1981, but it sounded more like someone had just done a concept version of it. They'd done their own version of the Halloween 2 score, and but claimed it as being Halloween Kills. No way on earth. Now, I'm not saying that score has not been leaked out. I know there's loads of talk about it on the forums and the internet. The interweb. Everyone's talking about it. If you're a Halloween fan, you've heard it or you don't want to hear it. You don't care. No, not until the film comes out. But so I believe the score is actually out there. I do believe it's out there, but I don't believe that what I heard was from that score. However, this new track that's come out, irrefutably, is exactly what I thought the new score would sound like, because it's got that new sound, that new aggression, that muscular bogeyman shape, horror and violence to it. It's more direct, it's in your face, very propulsive, very rhythmic. The old Halloween sort of, the 5-6 meter that it was worked at, the old bongos, that in full effect, but with added muscle and added steel, and added brutality. It's got that. The 2018 version was a revamped and far more nasty, in-your-face, driving, new modern sound for the old Halloween themes. And the leaked version that I heard was not that at all. It was just a version of Halloween 2. But this track that's come out now, which is the official one, John Carpenter's done it, Cody Carpenter's done it, and Daniel Davis has done it. So it is from it, and Sacred Bones has released it. It's out. You can buy that. You can buy this track right now. Sorry, I'm really going into this now because like I'm stung already that the first video didn't go through. Cheers, y'all. Shit, that is tea, isn't it? There's me thinking I put whiskey in there. It genuinely is a cup of tea. But, so it's out there. You can get this now. So, whether I've just gone on early and it met with some kind of, oh no, you can't be playing that, and yet it's all over YouTube. The official track is on YouTube, so you can play it for nothing. I might even put the link. Well, I won't bother putting the link down below because I got shit on before, so fuck it. I've paid for this track, I've bought this track, and I've pre-ordered the album. So, anyway, this is Halloween 2018. Now, let's play the new track, and let's see if we get away with it this time. This is a track called Unkillable. Now, again, spoiler-wise, the track titles on the album are there for all to see. Some people are going like, oh, there's spoilers in there. Well, maybe. I don't think it gives too much away, really, as far as the track titles are concerned, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But this track is called Unkillable. Unkillable? To whom might they be referring? Excuse me. That's Ash of the Burns Halloween Kills mask. He's been incinerated and he's kind of burnt down one side. There's all ash still floating around, and I'm choking on it right now. So, Unkillable. And it's a track of very definitely two halves. It lasts about 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes 44 seconds, I think it is. And the first half is massively bang, 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 bang. And it's brilliant. And then you have a horrible silent bridge. Literally, it's not even a bridge, it just stops and it's silent for a few seconds. And then it goes into a bit of a clamour, stingers, John Carpenter style stuff. And then it just peters out to nothing. Oh dear. This track is definitely cursed as far as I'm concerned. So it's two halves. The first half is propulsive, wild, energetic, muscular, scary, massively pounding and insistent. Second half is a bit of clamour, a bit of violence, and then just nothing. So if that's meant to be a kind of a segue into what the score sounds like and the style of the movie itself, then I kind of get why they've done it. Massive, aggression, and then suspense, and just, a pregnant pause sort of thing. It could work. Is it, a distinctive taste of what the score really is going to be like? Very possibly so. Let's get on it. This is Unkillable. If it plays and this video actually goes out, then hey, we win. But if not, we lose. This is Unkillable. It's driving. There's a wet, rubbery reverb to that beat. Listen to that. That's a new slant to Carpenter's Halloween music. You've got what sounds like a triangle. It's not a triangle, it's a piano. Halloween 1978, when Carpenter first scored that, even though electronics were in there, it's predominantly on a piano. Halloween 2, in conjunction with Alan Howard, a long time contributor to his music, it was purely synth, purely synth. I know, I'm talking over it, I'm going to play it a couple of times. Maybe. If we get away with it. very much in cahoots with the previous score. It recedes, and you get this sort of almost Hans Zimmerish background, boom, boom, and then you get this little section here of clamour and discord, and edgy stingers and angst, because Carpenter's new style now. There's guitars in there, there's drums in there. And now this now just trickles and fades away. There's nothing. It's just a tone. Probably multiple layers of tonage, but it doesn't really go anywhere from this point onwards. And there's quite a bit of the track left, but it just goes. Now, let's go back and start it again, because there's nothing to add to that there. To remember that bit. Love this. It's so all over the show. It's like, where are you going with that? That's a lovely little dizzying new angle that Carpenter's brought in there, which I do adore. But that ting, 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 ting. Yeah, that. Now, let's go back to the original 1978 Halloween. And there's one particular track, but you hear it a lot in it actually, but here's The Shape Stalks Laurie. Now listen. Now that is electronica. That's not the piano. I mean, the piano's playing dun, 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 but that ding, 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 ding. You hear a similar sort of thing, a motif in The Fog, and you'll hear that again in obviously Halloween 2, which is given its more glistening, gleaming sound, because in Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, it's set in Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. And I've always said the music, which is purely synthesized for that movie, that score, it's got this kind of gleaming, glistening, crystalline effect to it. It's very sharp, it's very clinical, it's like a scalpel. It's clearly the sound of the hospital. It even sounds, you've got this beep, 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 beep. It's almost like the heart monitor playing, you know, like beep, 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 all that kind of thing. It's got that hospital sort of tonality to it, I think. But that was synthesized in 1978. The rest of it was piano. It's great, isn't it? But let's go back again to the new one, the new track. No, in fact, no. Let's go on to a bit of Halloween 2. Not that one. This is Halloween 2 now. Very similar, but that's all electronic. And now listen. There's an extra. None of that's triangles. That's all synthesized. But it's now it gleams. Oh, Boom. The deep bass, reverb, boom. It goes off kilter. Boom, 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 boom. And it throws you off guard. And now, it's outstanding, I love this. But let's go back onto the new track now. You're coming ahead decades now. Different kind of synths. I'm not talking old Moog and analog stuff now. Can you dig it? Yes, we can. It's a nice little teaser as to what we're going to get. Propulsion, aggression. It's brutal. What's the sequence going to be here? Unkillable. This track appears towards the end of the score. But it's a score in actual film chronological order. You don't know. You don't know. Possibly so. Or maybe loosely. This will not be the sequence where he comes out the burning Strode abode and kills the entire rescue team. It won't be that. And I don't think it's going to be where the mob, the Haddonfield militia, try and take him down. Led by Tommy. And baseball bats and knives and screwdrivers and bottles, and Michael will obviously unarm every single one of them and beat them all to death, because he does. And then we know the film ends up in the Myers house. Well, we think we know it ends up in the Myers house, with obviously the various family members, the Strode family, are going to be back to battle him, and we expect a major death in the Strode family, which won't be Laurie in this one. Laurie's got to be in the final movie. Halloween Ends. So will Laurie actually not even see Michael in this movie or battle him? She'll arrive at the last minute to take him for the face-off at the end. Well, for Halloween Ends. Who knows? I mean, there's talk now that Halloween Ends is not even going to be the same night. So the final movie in this trilogy, the Blumhouse-shaped Strode trilogy, the first two films are on the same night, but then this one, the final one, is reputedly not even going to be on the same night. It could be a year ahead. Oh, interesting stuff. Don't know. Could be wrong. Don't know. But I still to this day cannot stand the title Halloween Kills. It's one hell of a shit title. There's no two ways about it. It's garbage. In the 2 years, almost 3 years that we've known about this film and its title, it's not grown on me at all. It just rankles me. I can almost see that in the movie you're going to have someone saying in the background, or rather in the foreground, some teen going, "Oh, Halloween sucks." And in the background, all of a sudden Laurie will turn around because he's overheard it and go like, "No, Halloween kills. The boogeyman is real." I can see how that would, maybe the title Halloween Kills would come in if it's actually spoken like that. So, anyway, folks, I have been and always shall be Kilt-Man. I often get away with playing music, but sometimes it doesn't work. Hopefully, we've got it cracked this time, but I don't know. So, anyway, folks, in the meantime, and the bogeyman infested in between time, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic, be happy, and just, keep your fingers crossed this video, that you can actually watch this video and hear this music. And you can buy this track, Unkillable. You can buy it right now. And the album comes out in the UK on the 15th of October. That's not too far away. 2 months-ish. So, I would expect another track to come out. I reckon they will release another track before then. But anyway, folks, take it easy, be happy, keep it cool, and I'm going to see you all haters, and let's pray the gods of copyright have mercy upon us.